Hello, this is Aisha. We are studying ICT YGCSE. Today we will discuss chapter number 10, communication. In this video, we will discuss about communication with other ICT users using email. So what is email basically? That is electronic mail sent between computers or devices either on a network or over the internet. Okay, electronic mail sent between devices either on a network or over the internet. So what is the purpose of sending email? Communication, sending file, business promotions, marketing. So what are the ways to send email? Either you can use the dedicated software just like Microsoft Outlook installed on your computer, or you can use the web browser emails like Gmail, Hotmail and other emails. Okay, so these are the two ways you can use email. For effective use, you can use the address book. The email address of the people you contact frequently can be stored in the address book so that you can access it easily and quickly. No need to write the whole email address every time. Just save that and next time you can get that from your address book. Okay. Next is email group. If you want to send same type of email to multiple persons every time, you can make a group. For example, I just made a group of students in grade 9. Okay, I want to send the same type of email to all of them. So instead of writing email ID for all of them every time, what I make a group, email group. After that, no need to enter email address every time. Just click on the group name to send the email. Next term is used carbon copy in email. Okay, carbon copy or CC. It is sending email to more than one person that may not be the primary recipient. Recipient will be aware of all persons who received this email. Okay. For example, send email to your subject teacher. Also send a copy to the head teacher. No, in this case, head teacher is not a primary recipient. Primary recipient is your subject teacher. Okay. But he or she should also be aware of your concern. So just to be aware of your concern, you are sending him or her email also. Okay. In CC, the recipient is also aware that you have sent email to that person also. On the other hand, blind carbon copy or BCC. It is similar to CC, but here email address of the secondary recipients are hidden. If you write the email address in the BCC, then primary recipient will not be aware of that you are also sending this email to that person. Okay. Mostly used when you want to keep email address private. For example, I want to send the student multiple students. Okay, what I will do, as email address is your private, your personal data, so I don't want to share with others also. So what I do, I will write that email addresses in BCC so that others could not be aware of your email address. Okay, you will receive the email, same email will be sent, but others will not be able to see that to whom I am sending this email. So sending email to group of students, but recipient will not be aware of other persons who got this message. Okay, this is the main difference. In CC, others are also aware, but in BCC, others are not aware, but getting the same messages. Next is, what are the constraints that affect the use of email? Means, what are the limitations that we have to consider while using any email? In some countries, the laws within any country, laws are different in every country. For example, in some countries, emails are not monitored or censored, so you are free to discuss any topic. But in some countries, emails are monitored and can be punished if any law is being violated, such as you are criticizing the government or discussing any religious topic, so they can monitor and censor that, and even you can get punishment according to the law. Local guidelines set by an employer. Employers will expect you to follow a certain code of conduct when using their email facility. If some employer have given you the email facility, then you must take care of that code. Sending confidential documents, convey arguments, sending large files, sending offensive material. So take care of all the code of conduct that is set by your employer. Next is acceptable language. Depending on the purpose of your email and your audience, your messages might be formal, casual or brief. okay, depending upon the purpose. So what are the tips for writing email? Do not write something on email if you would hesitate to say something to someone's face. If you think you would hesitate to tell this, then you do not write it in email also. Okay. Second, subject line should indicate what your email is about. That is very important. Sometimes students, what they do, they leave it blank, okay, or they do not write the proper subject. So proper subject is important because it indicates what your email is about. And even if you want to find it for the next time, then it will be easy for you. So it should indicate what your email is about. Use greetings and signings in your email. Signings mean at the end mention your name, your designation, your phone number, email address. Be brief and clear in your writing. Check grammar, spellings and punctuations for formal emails. Okay. Next, what can be the constant? Copyright. Sending copyrighted text, images or other files over email is illegal unless you have permission from the owner. We have already discussed the copyrighted text or email that you own, that is your intellectual property. Okay. If some text is copyrighted, do not pass it on without the permission of the owner. Even if any music file is copyrighted, do not pass it on without the permission from the owner. Okay. What are the netiquettes? Netiquettes, basically this term comes from the two words internet and etiquette. So etiquettes that you should follow while using the internet. Set of rules that you should follow while using the internet. No personal abuses while you are using internet, even the public chat room or the emails. Be polite even if you disagree with anyone's point of view. You can convey your message, but be polite. Don't spam. Do not post any material if you do not own this. If it is not yours, do not post it. Respect others' privacy. Okay, let's suppose if you go to any public cafe or in the network lab, you found anyone's email ID is open, please simply log out that. No need to open their emails. Respect others' privacy. Note that emails can be used as evidence in a court of law in some countries. Okay, depending upon the law. The need of security. Email security should be the priority for the business because of the growing threats from the hackers, viruses, spams. Data packets and emails use best route to find its destination in a network, but it could be sniffed. Okay, data is sent in the form of packets, and even email, if it is sending over the network, it can be sniffed. Packet sniffer is a program that can sniff and decode the packet flowing over a digital network. You are sending one packet from one to another network or another destination. So packet sniffer is a program that can sniff that packet and decode that packet flowing over the digital network. So make it secure. Emails need to be encrypted. Okay, use encryption while you are sending the email. TLS ensures the secure traveling when en route between the servers. But again, traveling when en route between the servers, it is still not secure when it is at the server time. Okay, when it is traveling, then it is secure, but at the server end, you need to make it secure. Password protection. Do not use the same password for multiple accounts and use the strong passwords. We have already discussed this in chapter number 8. Then what is spam? Spam is a junk email that you haven't asked for. It is sent to thousands of people automatically. The main reason to distribute spam are maybe to gain your personal or financial data, maybe to spread virus, or just to advertise any low quality products. How do spammers get your email address? From the social networking sites, from the public chat rooms, and even they can buy it illegally from other softwares. Okay, they can buy illegally also. So how to deal with the spam? You should use spam filters. Use unsubscribe option of any marketing emails. Unsubscribe mostly appear at the bottom of the email. You can unsubscribe that. Use mark as spam option as well as block sender feature. Make sure your password is secure. Keep your antivirus program up to date. See terms and conditions while registering to any website. So this is how you can deal with the spam. This is how we can communicate with the other ICT user using email. Thank you very much for listening. If you have any question, you can ask me in the comment section.